Now I will talk on knee cartilage injuries. Cartilage injuries are a spectrum of diseases comprising from single focal defects to advanced degeneration of the articular cartilage, that is hyaline cartilage. 5 to 10% of the people above 40 years old have a high-grade chondral lesions. Cartilage injuries have a limited spontaneous healing and propensity to worsen over the time. Usually they worsen over the time. Location. In chronic ACL tear, the cartilage defect is found in the anterior aspect of the lateral femoral condyle and posterior lateral tibial plateau. In osteochondritis dissecans, 70% of the lesions found in posterior lateral aspect of the medial femoral condyle. Cause acute trauma or a chronic repetitive overload can cause softening of the cartilage, fissuring, flap formation and delamination, exposing the subchondral bone. Cause of the osteochondritis dissecans is not known. Coming to the presentation and investigations, lot of patients are asymptomatic, or some patients complain with a localized knee pain, or some patients come with a effusion or motion deficits or a mechanical symptoms like catching or instability. X-ray may show joint space narrowing. MRI is more sensitive for evaluating focal defects. You have to do laboratory tests to rule out inflammatory diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, ankylosing spondylitis or a gouty arthritis. There are so many inflammatory disorders are there. You have to do lab investigations to rule out these diseases. Classification, grading. There is an arthroscopic grading system is there. In grade 0, normal cartilage. Grade 1, softening and swelling of the cartilage seen. Grade 2, superficial fissures are seen. Grade 3, deep fissures without exposing the bone. Grade 4, subchondral bone is exposed. Coming to the treatment, first you have to try non-operative treatment in all patients. In non-operative treatment includes rest, NSAIDs, physiotherapy and weight loss. The role of viscosupplementation and corticosteroid injection and unloading braces is not clear. It is a controversial still, but it provides symptomatic relief in some patients, but healing of defect is unlikely. Due to the limited self-repair capacity of the native hyaline cartilage, symptomatic chondral injuries of the knee often require surgical intervention. This is particularly true in active patients where full thickness lesions expose the underlying subchondral bone. A well-defined role for drugs leading to chondral protection has not yet been determined. A recent review of the large insurance database revealed that the annual incidence of the articular cartilage surgical procedures rose 5% per year from 2004 to 2011. Surgical options. Common surgical options can be divided into debridement or a reparative or a restorative strategy. The most common reparative or restorative techniques include marrow stimulation via microfracture, structural grafts such as osteochondral autograft transfer, that is OAT, or osteochondral allograft transplantation, that is OCA, particulated juvenile cartilage allograft, cell-based therapy such as autologous chondrocyte implantation or a matrix-associated chondrocyte implantation. The surgical treatment is individualized. There is no one best technique for all defects. Decision making is based on several factors. Patient factors include age, skeletal maturity, low versus high demand activities, ability to tolerate extended rehabilitation, and on defect factors also. The defect size of the defect, location, contained or versus uncontained defect, presence or absence of subchondral bone involvement. You have to take all these factors into consideration before deciding about surgical treatment. If there is a defect in the femoral condyle, first you have to correct malalignment if there is a varus or valgus deformity. Ligament instability should be corrected. Meniscal deficiency should be addressed. If the defect is less than 4 cm square, microfracture or osteochondral autograft transfer is advisable. If it is more than 4 cm square, osteochondral allograft transplantation or autologous chondrocyte implantation is advised. For patellofemoral defect, first you have to address patellofemoral maltracking and malalignment. Measure the defect. If it is less than 4 cm square, microfracture or osteochondral autograft transfer. More than 4 cm square, autologous chondrocyte implantation is advised. Now we will see some of the literature regarding the osteochondral defects. Trends in the surgical treatment of articular cartilage lesions in the United States. An analysis of the large private payer database over a period of 8 years showed debridement techniques were the most common treatment strategies utilized regardless of the patient age, sex or region. As a reparative technique, microfracture is limited because it produces a minimal aligned cartilage and clinical outcomes demonstrate decreased durability over time. Shortcomings of the bone marrow stimulation include limited production of aligned repair tissue, unpredictable repair cartilage volume, and a negative impact on later cellular transplantation required. When compared directly to macrofracture over 5 years, OCA has resulted in improved activity levels in athletes. Activity levels are higher after osteochondral autograft transfer mosaic-oplasty than after microfracture for articular cartilage defects of the knee. Osteochondral allograft transplantation are becoming a mainstay of treatment for these injuries because they have demonstrated excellent durability over time. 82% at 10 years, 74% at 15 years, 66% at 10 years. Matrix associated autologous chondrocyte implantation versus microfracture. Studies have demonstrated clinical superiority of MACI and neocartilage when compared head to head with a microfracture for grade 2 or 3 lesions. Similarly, a recent systematic review demonstrated favorable results for the treatment of large, more than 4 cm square lesions with either ACI or MACI. These authors reported that microfracture may be more appropriate for smaller lesions. Microfracture appears to be effective in smaller lesions. Autologous chondrocyte implantation is an effective treatment that may result in a greater proportion of hyaline-like tissue at the repair site, which may in turn have a beneficial effect on durability and failure. It appears to be effective in larger lesions. Matrix-associated autologous chondrocyte implantation is technically less challenging than other techniques available, and in lesions greater than 4 cm square, it has been shown to be more effective than microfracture. Autologous chondrocyte implantation versus mosaicoplasty. Minimum 10-year results of the prospective randomized study of autologous chondrocyte implantation versus mosaicoplasty was published in JBJS British 2012. In a study of 100 patients randomized to ACI or osteochondral autografts, 17% of the repairs in ACI patients had failed at 10 years post-operatively compared to 55% in the osteochondral grafting group. Conclusion: cartilage defect is a spectrum of disease ranging from small defects to large defects. Lot of patients may be asymptomatic, or some patients may present with the severe symptoms. You have to investigate properly, rule out inflammatory disorders. Treatment should be individualized. Correct mechanical problems like varus, valgus, patellar maltracking first. Then for smaller defects, microfracture or osteochondral autograft transfer is ideal. For larger defects, autologous chondrocyte implantation can be tried.